Dare. Let's have a great show. Thanks, Ethan. Good evening and welcome to Hertz Arena inside as the Florida Everblades get set to take on the Fort Wayne Komets. I'm Mike Kelly. Let's go to ice level, and here's Kelly Miller with the anthem. I'll do a quick throw with visual. There, you just stay with that and I'll throw to break, then you can go to that. I'll just say opening face-off. ECHL hockey, the Everblades and the Fort Wayne Komets. Opening face-off coming up next from Hertz Arena on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades TV network.
You've earned your success. Reward yourself with a boat from Bonita Boat Center. As a proud sponsor of the Florida Everblades, we're passionate about fueling your adventures on the water. Explore the best from Sea Hunt, built for family fun. Regulator, engineered for offshore performance. And Jeanneau Powerboats, blending European luxury with American versatility. All powered by Yamaha Outboards. Your next great day on the water starts here. Visit Bonita Boat Center, located on US 41, just south of Bonita Beach Road.
Room for 6 full-size passions. The Lexus TX 3-row luxury. A car that doesn't elevate everyone's experience. Is a car that stops short of amazing.
Welcome back inside Hertz Arena in beautiful, sunny Estero, Florida. Mike Kelly with you here tonight as the Fort Wayne Komets make their first visit to Hertz Arena since January 29th, 2020. Everblades won that game 5-2. Puck is down here tonight. Referees are Emile Charon. The lines people are Peter Flores and Tyler Macareth as the puck is sent around back behind the Fort Wayne cage. Up that left wing side and going in after it now is Florida's forward Needham. Played down deep and around back of the net. Taking it is Akey, making his pro debut tonight for Fort Wayne. Defenseman Bo Akey, a former second-round pick of the Edmonton Oilers, selected in 2023. Akey, the pride of Waterloo, Ontario. His parents, Dave and Lisa, are tuning in tonight from Waterloo. Other family members in Seaforth and friends in Barrie as well tuning in. And of course in Edmonton, as the brass of the Oilers wanting to see how their prospects are doing. Fort Wayne, the AA affiliate of the Edmonton Oilers. Everblades are the affiliate of the St. Louis Blues. Just nicely underway. First period. Puck along the left wing side, and Doherty playing it down low and into the corner. Taking it now on the near side half wall. Pfizer turns with it, and he drifts it off a player, and the puck goes out of play for a stoppage. Still in the opening minute of action. Want to welcome all of our loyal viewers tuning in tonight on FloHockey.tv. Want to welcome our new viewers as well. Tonight is the free ECHL Game of the Week. You had me at free. Welcome aboard. Everblades and the Fort Wayne Komets playing head-to-head for the 17th time all-time. Everblades are 10-4-2 against Fort Wayne in the regular season. A .688 winning percentage. Fort Wayne, though, off to a great start this year, 5-1. First 11 games on the road for Fort Wayne. Undergoing some renovations at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. New ice plant, new boards and glass. It's going to be brand spanking new there in Fort Wayne. Puck up that right wing, and now it's Aliardi getting it to center ice. In across the blue line comes Murray. Couple of former Everblades there as Florida's Doherty poked it around the kick plate. Now it's sent down deep by Harrison Rees. Played around back behind the Florida net. Battling in for possession is Doherty. It's expected to be a rough and tumble series here. The Everblades work it up that right wing side. Now in across the line. Florida making changes on the go. Puck turned back up ice. Heading now for the Komets. Trying to work it there was Brown. Back to center ice, and Smerrick rifles it in deep. On the left wing side, it's Zach Jordan. He played it around the kick plate. Got it to the near side wall. Along the boards. And working it is Janicki. Komets control it inside the Florida ice. On that right wing, centering feed kicked away by Johnson of the Everblades. And now it's worked up the middle. Played to the right wing side, too far for Gusevich. Right circle shot and a kick save, and a beauty there by Samuel Janssen. Goaltender under contract to Edmonton, and an icing call going against the Komets. Komets have 6 players under contract to the Edmonton Oilers. Janssen, the netminder, along with his backup tonight, Nathaniel Day, and forwards Brady Stonehouse, James Steffen, and Jaden Grube. Mentioned earlier, Bo Akey making his pro debut tonight. He's wearing uniform number 84 for the Fort Wayne Komets. Face off to the left now of the netminder Janssen in the net. Gusevich takes the puck on the blue line, got it back up top. Sambrook played it down low, getting it in there for Cooper. Gusevich got a big tying tally on Saturday night in Wichita. Everblades ended up winning the game in overtime on a power play goal by Gianfranco Casero. Along the near blue line, working it now to the corner boards. After it there is Florida's Romano up top. Casero played it into the far corner boards. Now it's tapped down deep. Tutayev worked it around back of the net for the Komets. Spun up the near boards by Harsh, and it's worked back to the far side wall. Held in now. Everblades turn it over, though. It's taken at center by Zach Jordan. He sent it in deep. Back on the play goes the blue liner Casero in back of the net, coming off a goal and an assist performance in the victory for the Everblades on Saturday. Had that overtime game winner. It was the Everblades' first goal from a blue liner this year. Florida scored 17 times as the Everblades have played 7 games, 1 game above 500, a 4-3 record. Florida winning 2 of the 3 games in Wichita. Flight was well worth the heartache and the long trip. Now it's played around back behind and into the far corner. After it there is Brar. Pressure by the Everblades into the corner. Battling is Penny. He comes away with the puck. Back up top. Doherty has it. On the left circle, he drifts that shot wide. Now played into the far corner boards, and taking over is Penny. Back in front of the net, and it's deflected wide of the target. Approaching the 4-minute mark of this opening period. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Akey, centering feed, shot, and it's whistled high over the net and wide by Magera as it's played into the corner. Now it's worked back up ice, and here come the Everblades leading the attack on that right wing side. It's Reed Duke. He scored in back-to-back games for Florida as it's worked around the kick plate on the far side. Duke swings it up top. Long shot, and that's low and wide of the net by Berzola. Near sideboards, grinding along the wall, poking at it there. It comes loose as it's worked by Duke. Now to the left wing. Chow gets it into the corner for Needham. Around back of the net, Craig Needham moves it up top. Sambrook at the right point, trying to get that shot through, but it's blocked and played on the left wing side. Stonehouse works it ahead. Lead feed, backhander, and a save by Johnson as he denies James Steffen. Steffen leads the Komets with 4 goals on the campaign. Again, the Komets already on the road for a month. It's going to be a long road trip here. First of 3 games this week in Estero, Florida. Back when these two teams last met at Hertz Arena, it was the 1920 season, and just a 1-game performance. Again, the Everblades won that one 5-2. There were 68 total penalty minutes in the game. Usually a spicy affair between the Komets and the Everblades. Puck played now to the far side, and it's Allen working it up the boards. Cut off on the half wall. Battling in there is Pfizer. Allen pries it loose, and he worked it around back of the net. Got it to the near corner boards, up the left wing side. Lansdell to Allen, lead feed, and it's helped along now by Pfizer. He played it around back of the Komets' cage, and leading the attack is Rees. Across for Smerrick. Up the middle pass on the tape for Murray. And back up ice on the counterattack. Here come the Everblades. Lansdell, he plays it down low. Jesse Lansdell leading Florida with 6 points on the season and a +4 rating. Smerrick inside his own end. Worked it ahead to center ice. Stopped there by Gasevich. And Gasevich trying to kick it into road gear. Goes around back behind. Carson Gasevich plays it up top. Doherty with a shot, and it's turned away as Smerrick tries to work it back to the near side. Got it there for Drew Krebs. Krebs with a +8 rating leads the Komets in that category. Still looking for our first goal of the game, just past the 6-minute mark. First period. Played on the left wing. Worked there now by Doherty, and he flips it in deep. In after it for Florida on that far side. Pushing up front is Cooper, around behind, and a penalty coming up against the Everblades. It's a cross-checking call. In the offensive zone, Gasevich a little over-aggressive with the stick, and the Komets get the first power play of the game in a 0-0 tie. Back with that after this on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades TV network.
So as we mentioned earlier, the Blades are still looking for their first regular season home win, and tonight we're up against the Fort Wayne Komets. So Jay, give us the direct effect marketing 3 keys of the game. How do we get this win?
Well, you want to stay ahead of Fort Wayne. They've been undefeated in games where they've led after the first period, and they're undefeated in games where they lead after the second period. So when they play with a lead, they know how to finish off a game. They're 5-1 to start the year. You don't want them to continue feeling good about themselves. Get on them early, and with that, you need a fast start here tonight. Fast starts at home haven't really been a thing for Florida. I know we've only played 2 games so far at home this year, but in both those games, Florida did not score a goal in the first period. So it'd be great to see one tonight, especially if you can get it early on, really get the crowd going right away.
For sure.
And then finally, you want to stay disciplined. Fort Wayne has a lot of talent up front, headlined by former Everblade and Kelly Cup champion Alex Aliardi, who's making his return to Hertz Arena tonight. You don't want to give talented players like that too many opportunities. Stay smart in between the whistles. And don't put your team on any dumb penalty kills, and you're going to be in a good position to get the win tonight.
Back inside Hertz Arena, the hometown Everblades facing off against the Fort Wayne Komets here tonight. And it's the first time this year the Everblades are hosting their Hump Day deals. $4 hot dogs, $4 Bud Light, and $4 Labatt Blue all night long. $20 goes a long way on a Wednesday home game for the Everblades. Thanks to those that were able to make it here tonight. At the point, power play for Fort Wayne. Point shot, and it's right into the midsection there of Johnson as he holds it for Florida. Cam Johnson just 1 game away from playing in his 200th game with the Florida Everblades. He's been a workhorse, a 3-time Kelly Cup champion with the Everblades, winning 3 consecutive Kelly Cups, first and only team in league history to do so in 2022, 23, and 24. Everblades made it as far last year as the Eastern Conference Finals, falling to the eventual Kelly Cup champion Trois-Rivières Lions in Trois-Rivières, Quebec. They went on to defeat Toledo in the Kelly Cup Finals. Point shot, that drifts wide, now played around back of the Everblades net and wrapped around the boards, back inside the Fort Wayne zone. Akey retrieves in back of his own net. Power play time here for the youngster Bo Akey, 20 years of age. First pro game tonight. Akey at center ice, pressured there on the play. Now it's worked up the middle. Betts has it, and Akey takes it back for Fort Wayne. Spun it to the near side, and McGarrett trying to wind it up, dropped it back, and Akey leads the charge. Near side, and it's worked ahead now in there. Playing it in deep was the forward on the play, Groob. Groob now to the near side, picks up the puck again along the boards, and it's spun straight away inside the blue line. Akey's backhander into the corner, and it's now taken and cleared down the ice by the Everblades. Goaltender Janssen around back of his own net, gives way. 48 seconds to go in the Everblades conditioned air penalty kill. Fort Wayne on the power play this year, tied for 13th, clicking just above 17% efficiency, and an offside call going against Fort Wayne. The Everblades are tied for 7th as far as the penalty kill category is concerned. Everblades getting the job done 87.5% of the time. Fort Wayne with an identical number in the penalty kill category. Wichita went 1 for 4 on the power play on Saturday in the Everblades 3-2 overtime win against the Thunder. Komets 0 for 5 on Saturday in a 2-0 victory in Iowa. Komets sweeping the Heartlanders last week, 3 straight games in Coralville. Outlet pass now to the near side, kicked ahead there by Steffen. Back go the Everblades, and it's Doherty into the corner. At the corner wall, Grohl picks it up. Now Smerrick got it up top and into the corner. Centering feed from Aliardi back to the blue line, and Smerrick takes it again. Down deep. Now it's Grohl, centering pass, and busting his stick was Steffen. Tried the one-timer, broke the stick in half. Smerrick takes over from his own ice. Lots of room to skate. Jalen Smerrick dropped that off, and Murray pumps it around the kick plate far side. Penalties expired. Gusevich back on the ice for Florida. Still scoreless. We're in the opening period. Puck just outside the Florida bench area. Gusevich pries it loose, and he dropped it back. Everblades wearing their gray uniforms with green numbers and nameplates. Komets in their black uniforms with predominantly yellow and white numbers and nameplates. White nameplates, rather, and orange numbers as it's played into the corner, and taking over was Murray around back of the net. Blake Murray, former Everblade, played with Florida during the 23-24 season. He skated in 10 games with the Everblades, had a goal and 4 assists. Murray chips it off the near boards, and now back up ice, leading the attack. Here comes Logan Will for Florida. Backhanded by Brar, sent down deep. Inamoto takes over from his own ice. Tyler Inamoto banked it off the near wall. Now turning inside his own end is Steffen as he looks to wind things up. James Steffen steps through the center red. Played there. Allen and the Everblades take back possession. Allen from his own zone now turned it over into the slot. After it is Groob. And the puck comes on the near side as the Everblades work it ahead. Captain Chow played it back and inside the Fort Wayne end. Groob after it. Jaden Groob with 4 assists, leading the Komets in that department as it's played back and inside the Florida end. Taking over is Allen in back of his own net. Wrapped it around the boards, got it on that right wing side. And Duke from his own territory, now to Allen on the near side. Banked up the wall. Chow carries inside the blue line for Florida. Along the boards, puck taken back though on the play, and it's scaled across. Inamoto stick handles at center ice.
Sunshine Ace Hardware is more than a hardware store. It's your local destination for helpful, expert advice and top brands. Since 1958, our knowledgeable team has provided premium products like Benjamin Moore, Milwaukee, Steel, Big Green Egg, and Yeti, plus Florida outdoor lifestyle essentials. Our red-vested heroes offer friendly guidance every step of the way.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Crowther Roofing and Cooling invites you
to be inspired when visiting our showroom.
Whether you are considering a new shingle, metal, or tile roof, the Crowther showroom is here to help with your selection process with different styles, colors, and more. Let us guide you through the options to best fit your lifestyle, your vision,
and your budget.
Come see us in Fort Myers and go to crowther.net.
Crowther Roofing and Cooling, under one roof.
In the beginning, business survival took instinct. Apex brands ruled, fierce and unchallenged. Today's marketing power is more than big budget muscle. Real dominance is creative vision coupled with innovation. Boost Creative fuses predatorial drive with AI automations, data science, and bold future-forward strategies. From swamp to stratosphere, we'll launch your brand to the top of the food chain. Is your business ready for a boost?
Hey y'all, I'm Ashley, John, and I'm here with my friend Swampy, the official mascot of your Florida Everblades. Diversified Plumbing Services has been your trusted hometown plumber for 15 years, specializing in servicing and installing Rude water heaters in residential and commercial properties. Call a team you can always count on. Call 239-850-6674 for service 24/7, 365.
All trying to shovel it along the boards there was Pfizer. Now he played it up top. Duke slides it, gets the return pass. Reed Duke near side boards, trying to work it to the blue line, and the puck squirts back to the neutral ice. Casero inside his own end. Headman pass, got past Lansdell, and it rolls all the way down. Smerrick on the backhand, worked it around the boards and got it back to center. Casero there. He heads off on a line change. Florida making changes as the forward Romano takes it around back behind. 48 seconds to go in the power play for Florida, and the puck is pumped into the left wing corner. In after it there was Romano, and it's cleared right back and inside the Florida end. Taking over inside his own territory, Berzola. He scoops it up and around behind his own net. Now leads the attack. Near side pass for Betts on the left wing side. Banked it off the boards to himself. Got it to the near point. Worked there by Berzola. And into the slot area, the backhand goes across from Betts to the half wall far side. Betts to the blue line. Berzola, half boards far side. Played it there. And getting knocked down on the play, Romano. And it's cleared back now and inside the Florida end. Just 8 seconds to go in this power play. Under 3 minutes left, opening period. 0-0, the Komets with a K against the Everblades with an E, and it's turned over. Chance on the left wing, save made, rebound, and Johnson has that as well as he denied Blake Murray. Murray with two good opportunities there, busted in on the left wing. Cam Johnson, though, equal to the task for Florida. Cam Johnson in his 7th year tending the twine for the Everblades. 31-year-old from Troy, Michigan. Cam Johnson getting set in the net, coming in with a 1.52 goals against average. That's tied for 6th among all ECHL tenders. .930 save percentage, a 2-2 record on the season for Cam Johnson. Johnson last year finished with 37 wins. That was a career high. Played by Murray now. He got it across on the left wing. Right wing side, leading the attack. Inamoto, headman feed. Chance for Murray. Backhander and another pillow stop made by the goaltender Johnson. Got it into the near corner, and it's poked up the boards on the left wing. Working it ahead, it's sent back and inside the Fort Wayne territory. Inamoto inside his own zone. Worked it off the wall. Now up that right wing, trying to get his motor started at the neutral ice. It's played ahead by Grube. Everblades recalibrate. Trying to work it there was the defenseman Casero. Now it's played up the middle. Florida on the rush. Chow, right wing, goes around back of the net, swooping with it. Chow whips it across, got it to the blue line. Allen at the right point, trying to get it down deep. Smerek, though, intercepts, and he hoisted it back and inside the Florida end. Casero off the near wall, played it to center ice. Now it's whacked in deep there by Rees. On the right wing, taking over from his own zone is Sean Allen. Allen poking it to center, and now it's dumped inside the Fort Wayne zone, around back behind. And coming away with it, it's Rees. He played it across for Smerek. To the right wing, Miller tapped it ahead. Back goes Lansdell for Florida. Lansdell around back of the net, chipping the puck there now. Trying to work it from the zone. Allen bumping and grinding with his man along the wall, and the Everblades come away with it. Up that left wing side, Betts trying to turn on the afterburners into the corner. Centering feed, and it's chipped just wide. Now worked up that left wing side, and Krebs takes over. Cross ice pass, final minute of the opening period. Still looking for our first tally of the night. Taking over is Doherty from his own end. He leads the Everblades with 22 penalty minutes this year. Connor Doherty wearing the A as one of the alternate captains. Veteran blue liner for Florida. Near side, now in across the blue line, trying to work it there into the corner boards. That was Brard. Aliardi trying to sweep it across, and it's played ahead. Now inside the blue line, a 3-on-1 break. Grohl to the backhand, and he sent it wide of the net. Up that left wing, trying to work it on that far side. Krebs is there, poking it along the boards. In comes Murray. He can't get that puck free. They continue to jostle for it. Brown along the half boards, trying to dig it loose. And time expires in this opening period. It's a 0-0 tie between the Everblades and the Fort Wayne Komets. 20 minutes complete here tonight. Fast-paced game. Komets leading in the shot category 8-4. Still lots of hockey to go. Again, these two teams kind of a feeling out process in that opening period. Fort Wayne coming in with 5 wins in its first 6 games this year, all on the road. The Komets first place in the Central Division, while the Everblades sit in the 4th and final playoff spot in the South Division. Florida with 8 points on the campaign. Everblades have played 1 extra game compared to the Komets at this point in the season. Fort Wayne, though, riding a 3-game win streak. Let's go down to ice level. Here's Hannah Jo Groves.
La luna de América vuelve a brillar. Ana Gabriel. Ana Gabriel llega el 9 de noviembre a Fort Myers con su gira Claro de Luna. Ana Gabriel, no dejes que te lo cuenten. Ana Gabriel, domingo 9 de noviembre, Hertz Arena. Boletos a la venta este viernes por Ticketmaster, presentado por CMN.
Since 1997, our family-owned company has been the trusted name for windows and exterior doors in award-winning homes across the area, partnering with the most respected builders. We believe that relationships are the foundation of perfection. From initial design services to the final punch-out, we focus on providing complete customer satisfaction for both our builders and their customers. As we always say, it's service after the sale that counts.
Be sure to jump in there and get your Dash Auction app. Download the app right away, and you can start bidding on those great-looking military jerseys. The Everblades will wear those this Saturday night. You can also score some authentic ECHL and Florida Everblades items and experience through the year. Scan the barcode on your screen right now and start the bidding process by downloading the Dash Auction app.
Hey Blades fans, join the fun tonight without leaving your seat. Just grab your phone and download the Everblades Game Day app. Predict who scores the first goal, vote for the Mick Ultra 3 stars of the game, and snap a selfie for a chance to see yourself up on the big screen. Stay up to date with news, schedules, scores, and more. Download the Everblades Game Day app now on the App Store or Google Play. Go Blades!
Welcome to Coach's Corner, presented by Conditioned Air. Mike Kelly, joined by Brad Ralph, the head coach and general manager of the Florida Everblades. And the Blades coming back after a 3-game road trip in Wichita, Kansas. And it was certainly worth the flight, taking 2 of the 3 games. How would you assess last week's performance?
Yeah, it's been a learning process for this group this season. Last week, that's exactly what it was. We didn't get the results on Wednesday. So we kind of doubled down on some of the fundamentals of how we like to play the game. I thought there's been a big improvement. We're not necessarily scoring the goals that we're expecting to score or need to score, but the guys are working hard and we're doing a lot of things well. So, part of it is just building that confidence and trusting in what we're doing and that it's going to work. And we made strides. It's not easy. We get everyone's best, and that's a challenge for us every night. But yeah, guys are, we got a good group of guys that are working hard, and things are starting to look better to me from a big picture style of play hockey.
Everblades have scored 17 total goals this year, and the first from a defenseman was scored on Saturday night in overtime. Gianfranco Casero picking a great time to get his first of the year.
Yeah, it was an exciting kind of comeback win for us. Obviously, we pulled the goalie. With a minute and a half to go, Carson Gisevich scored that tying goal, which was a big boost for us. And then we went on the power play in overtime, and Reed Duke made a nice play to Casero, who's he's got an unbelievable shot. We haven't seen it enough, but he made a great shot to win the game for us. So it was exciting, just to end that road trip off on a big 2 points.
Yeah, Reed Duke, you mentioned him. He scored in back-to-back games, and certainly that's a good sign as well, getting a guy like him contributing big time.
Yeah, Duker, he's a heck of a hockey player. We've kind of been working on him. He's had to take 1 step back, hopefully to take 2 steps forward. But, again, he's a guy that's learning how to play at this level and play within the structure of our hockey team. But he's a heck of a player, and he's going to be a big offensive piece for us.
Everblades making a splash this week, re-signing Kyle Neuber, 4-time Kelly Cup champion, 3 with the Everblades. How did that signing come about?
Yeah, Newby's been preparing for life after hockey, and he's just not there yet, so we're happy to bring him back. And it was actually a cool moment yesterday. When he stepped on the ice, the whole team kind of stopped and banged their sticks, celebrating his return. So I know that meant a lot to him, but nice to see that this team is excited to have him back, and I know our fan base is as well. So, we just became the toughest team in the league all of a sudden.
Absolutely. He's a legend, no question. Talk about the opponent here, the Fort Wayne Komets, coming in for 3 games this week. What type of a series can we expect?
Yeah, they're the best team we've played this year. They're a very deep hockey team, fast. They can beat you off the rush. There's a lot of movement in the offensive zone, so our D-zone coverage is going to have to be, well, hopefully we're not playing a lot of D-zone coverage, but yeah, they're good. I mean, they're going to be a challenge for our group right now, and I think that's great. We've got to go through some adversity, and we're going through some already, but yeah, I expect these 3 games will be I don't want to say playoff hockey because it feels like we're already playing playoff hockey, but it'll be as good a hockey as you can imagine this time of year.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's the head coach and general manager of the Florida Everblades, Brad Ralph. Straight ahead, it's the Komets and the Everblades here at Hertz Arena. Anna. 20 minutes in the books here tonight. No real surprise that we haven't seen any goals tonight. It's two of the best goaltenders going head-to-head here tonight. The Everblades' Cam Johnson and Samuel Jansson at the other end of the ice. He's a Swedish native, and he has been perfect. In fact, this is a third straight game. He has back-to-back shutouts. He's made 48 consecutive saves. Jansson blanked Iowa twice last week. And again, he has a shutout going through 20 minutes here tonight. Shots as far as both teams are concerned. Fort Wayne out shooting Florida 8-4 through the opening 20. Both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. It's time now to take a look at the scoreboard update. And there are 6 other games around the ECHL tonight. Taking a look at scores of note, Greenville has defeated Atlanta 3-1. It's the Gladiators' first loss of the season as Greenville upends the Gladiators at Gath South Arena. Atlanta still leading the South Division as the Florida Everblades will try to gain some ground here tonight. The leader in the division, Atlanta, falling for the first time this year. Meanwhile, Allen has defeated Wichita by a final of 6-4. The Americans in the win column tonight. And Kansas City over Idaho, 5-2 the final score. Savannah is leading Jacksonville 1-0 in the first period. Meanwhile, it's Bloomington with a 2-1 lead on Indy. That game in the second period of play. Later tonight, Tahoe visits Rapid City, South Dakota, taking on the Rush. In the American Hockey League, the Springfield Thunderbirds, the AHL affiliate of the Florida Everblades, are idle tonight as Springfield gets back into action coming up on Friday night. Meanwhile, it's Lehigh Valley with a 1-0 lead on Bridgeport. That game in the second period of play. Syracuse is leading Rochester 3-1. That game also in the middle stanza. In the second period, it's Wilkes-Barre Scranton with a 3-0 lead on the Toronto Marlies. That game being played at the Mohegan Arena at Casey Plaza in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Elsewhere in the AHL later tonight, Colorado is on the road taking on the Coachella Valley Firebirds. San Diego takes on Henderson later tonight. In the NHL, there are 5 games on the slate. Taking a look at some of the scores of note, St. Louis Blues, the NHL affiliate of the Florida Everblades, they are in action tonight, trailing the Washington Capitals on the road in D.C. It's 1-0, the Capitals leading the Blues. Utah and Toronto are tied 1-1, that game in the second period. Elsewhere in the National Hockey League, Columbus visits Calgary later tonight. Chicago on the road north of the border in Vancouver. And San Jose takes on Seattle later tonight. Again, here at Hertz Arena, it's a 0-0 tie. The hometown Everblades and the Fort Wayne Komets tied after 20 minutes. Second period right around the corner on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades TV network.
Fort Myers WWE Live Holiday Tour returns with non-stop action, unmatched energy, and the superstars you love. Witness the moments you'll never forget. WWE Live Holiday Tour, Fort Myers, Tuesday, December 30th. Tickets and Superstar Experience packages on sale now.
In the beginning, business survival took instinct. Apex brands ruled, fierce and unchallenged. Today's marketing power is more than big budget muscle. Real dominance is creative vision coupled with innovation. Boost Creative Fuse's predatorial drive with AI automations, data science, and bold future-forward strategies. From swamp to stratosphere, we'll launch your brand to the top of the food chain. Is your business ready for a boost?
Both goaltenders putting on a show. Samuel Jansson of the Fort Wayne Komets and the Everblades' Cam Johnson makes those stops. Both goalies perfect after the opening period. That was the big stop. Couple of them there on Blake Murray as he busted in on the left wing. He had the best chance for the Komets in the opening period. Coming into action, though, Florida is the second best team as far as goals against on average per game, just slightly better than third-placed Fort Wayne. It's a 30-team ECHL, and two of the top netminders squaring off here tonight on a Wednesday night inside Hertz Arena. I mentioned that Jesse Kalicki, the head coach of the Fort Wayne Komets, is not behind the bench tonight. His wife Amy expecting their first child any hour now. No baby news in that regard. We'll keep you updated if we get the scoop. Running the bench for Fort Wayne tonight, associate head coach Olivier Legault in his 9th year behind the Fort Wayne bench. 3rd season in his current position. And assistant coach Corey Melkert in his 3rd year with Fort Wayne. He's the former head coach and GM with Fayetteville in the SPHL. And Melkert's in his 2nd stint as the assistant coach with Jesse Kalicki, the head coach of the Komets. The two worked together in Fayetteville of the SPHL during the 1920 campaign. Fort Wayne, Indiana has enjoyed pro hockey for a long time, dating back since 1952. In fact, it's the 74th season for pro hockey in Fort Wayne. More than 300 Fort Wayne Komets fans in attendance here tonight. They'll be with us all week. Puck turned over inside the Fort Wayne zone. Second period is presented by Florida Wood Window and Door. Still a scoreless tie. Early stages of this middle stanza. Smerrick at the left point. Worked now to the near side, trying to clear it from his territory. Was the defenseman Sambrook. He scaled it all the way down the ice. Back goes Rees and the automatic icing. Play called. Opening minute of this second period. Fort Wayne has 3 shutouts in its first 6 games this year. Backup goaltender tonight for Fort Wayne, Nathaniel Day. He has 1 shutout. Samuel Jonsson leads the ECHL with 2. Puck inside the Florida end. Everblades control it. Worked off that far wall. Now it's Chow taking it back for Florida. He nudged it up the left wing, and it's sent in deep. Cruising after it there is Reed Duke. Near side boards. Brown feathers it across. On the move inside the zone is Murray. Blake Murray goes around behind the Florida net. Murray on the far side. Puck taken back now by Florida's Reed Duke. He leads the charge inside the line. Lansdell trying to get it back to Duke. And Lansdell into the corner. Lansdell fending off a check. Duke up top. Doherty with a shot low and just wide of the net. Near side boards poking at it there was Murray as the Everblades take possession and maintain control. Now it's turned over and back up ice comes Murray as he shovels it down deep. Inside his own territory, Berzola leads the rush for Florida. Headman pass on the left wing, lifted ahead on the right wing. Pfizer on the move, into the corner, lost an edge, went down. Play continues, working it on the backhand was Romano. Now along the near boards, Romano trying to fish it free, pushed it ahead. After there was Lansdell. Romano near side boards, he cycled it. Pfizer along the far side, ran into the referee there, Emile Chiron. Tough enough to go against the opposing 5 players, and then you get blocked there on the play by the ref. It was inadvertent, and the point chance handled by Jonsson. Just past the 2-minute mark of this second period. Mike Kelly with you here tonight. Shots in favor of the Komets, 8-5. Scoreless on the scoreboard here tonight. Reed Duke leads the league coming into the game with 34 shots on goal. Everblades have outshot their opponents in each of their opening 7 games to start the season. Florida 4-3 overall. Back-to-back wins for the Everblades in Wichita, Kansas last week. And now there's going to be a penalty coming up. It's a hooking call, and it's going against the Komets. Check that. It's going against the Everblades, and not too happy about it. Heading to the penalty box is Carson Gasevich. So he'll sit for a pair of minutes. Another power play chance for the Komets. Florida on the conditioned air penalty kill. It is a hooking call against Gisevich in the offensive zone, so a 0-0 tie. Fort Wayne operating on the power play once again. Komets are 4 for 24 on the season. Grohl, Stefan, Tutayev, and Murray all have power play goals for the Komets this year. And Murray gets set in the face-off circle. Blake Murray, the pride of Uxbridge, Ontario, former 6th-round pick of the Carolina Hurricanes in 2019. Second year with Fort Wayne. 24-year-old. Now it's played into the corner, and after it there is Josh Grohl. He's been on a roll over the last 3 games. Grohl has 3 goals and 3 assists for Fort Wayne. James Stefan has also been red hot. He's scored in 3 consecutive games, 3 goals overall. If that name Stefan sounds familiar, he's the son of former NHLer Patrick Stefan, who was the first ever draft pick by the Atlanta Thrashers, first overall in 1999. Patrick Stefan played 7 years in the NHL from 99 to 2007, played with the Atlanta Thrashers and the Dallas Stars. More than 450 NHL games. 2-on-1 break for the Everblades. Chance in front. Pfizer hit the goal post. Rang the dinner bell there as it's played to the half wall far side. And Chow getting knocked down from behind, double teamed along the boards. Tutayev works it ahead for Smerik. Stick handling from his own zone. Dropped it off now and got it into the corner. Back goes Grohl. Played it around back behind. 1:09 still to go in the power play for Fort Wayne. Scoreless second period. Smerik taking it to the neutral ice. Now he dropped it back. Komets trying to get that motor started. They flip it in deep. Back on the play goes Sambrook. And puck is loose now at the blue line. Smerik holds it in neatly. Across on that right wing for Aliardi. Kelly Cup champion with the Everblades in 2022. Puck intercepted at center. Bouncing puck after it was Pfizer, and Smerik recovers. But there's going to be a penalty against Smerik. He hampered the progress there of Pfizer. An offside call going against Florida. Check that, there is no penalty on the play. So Smerik did everything that he could. He hit the emergency button, pulled the chute there right at his own blue line, and had the Everblades go offside. Duke in the face-off circle, and it's controlled now by Stefan and the Komets. Turning inside his own end is Akey. Near side pass, Tutayev in across the blue line. Brown floats it ahead. Tutayev got it to the near side. Brown moves it up top. Akey on the backhand. Backhands it down low and into the corner. Back goes Doherty now on the play. Puck taken back by Tutayev. He twists with it into the slot, angled to the right wing. Looking and waiting, now it's worked around back behind. Komets around the perimeter, back in front. Chance, and a stop made by Johnson there as McGarrett was denied in front. Penalties expired. Brown with a slap pass attempt, got it into the far corner. Played around back of the net. Pressure by Fort Wayne. Up front, into the corner. Now it's taken back on the play by Duke. Trying to lift it from the zone, Reed Duke. Chipped it ahead, got it back to the Fort Wayne blue line. Duke after it, yanked down his man Tutayev, and another penalty call going against Florida. Janicki inside his own end. Goaltender Janssen to the bench for the extra attacker here. Inside the blue line, Inamoto now in front. Shot and a blocker save made by Johnson. He denies Matthew Brown. Inside the blue line, Akey across. Got it there for Inamoto. Intercepted by Gisevich, and the penalty call going against Florida. A hooking call as Reed Duke heads to the sin bin. 5:01 gone by, second period. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Komets have their third power play chance of the contest. 0 for 2 to this point. Komets out shooting the Everblades 10-6 overall. Second period this year has been the Komets' best. They have a +6 rating in the middle stanza. Everblades' best period has been the third period. Florida with a +7 rating in the third as far as goal differential is concerned. So the face-off to the right of Cam Johnson in the Florida net. Off the drop, puck controlled, and the faceoff won by Murray. Smerik across, Stefan now in the left circle. He played it down deep, gets the return pass. Stefan up top now for Smerik. Far side boards, puck controlled, trying to work it there is Magera into the corner. He got knocked down from behind by Sambrook. Trying to play it ahead was Pfizer, and Gasevich on the backhander found some daylight. He cleared it down. A minute 34 remaining in the man advantage. Everblades back on the penalty kill, brought to you by Conditioned Air. Smerik from his own ice. Battles to the neutral area. Now he dropped it back, working it to the right wing, and it's played in deep. Sent to the side of the net, and getting the mid on it there is Cam Johnson, the Everblades goalie, and he covers up and holds on. Cam Johnson with 37 wins last year, setting a new franchise record. In fact, he was tied for third all-time in ECHL history. Cam Johnson winning the Nick Vitucci Award last year as the ECHL Goalie of the Year. First time he won that award. He's going to have to build a bigger trophy case. 3 Kelly Cups. All ECHL first team member last year as well. Needs a new mantle. Shot there, and the shot sent wide. Now to the near side boards. Slapping it along the wall was Brown. Brown comes up with it. Got it down deep and right on the tape there now for the forward Tutayev. Near side boards, Brown back to Tutayev. Straight away, Akey across, shot, and a stop made. Getting a piece of that one was Johnson as the puck comes back, and the puck goes out of play just long enough for a whistle. 13:37 left, second period. 38 seconds to go in the man advantage for Fort Wayne. Doherty having some words there with Brady Stonehouse. Connor Doherty, one of 4 veterans on the Everblades lineup, along with Jordan Sambrook and Sean Allen, along with Kyle Neuber, who was re-signed on Monday, and he'll be returning for his 8th season with the Florida Everblades. The only player in ECHL history to win 4 Kelly Cup championships. Kyle Neuber, 3 with the Everblades in 22, 23, and 24. And he also won a championship with the Allen Americans in 2016. On Sunday, Fort Wayne signed former Everblades tough guy Nico Blatchman. And then the Everblades responded on Monday by signing Kyle Neuber. So it's an arms race in some ways. Blatchman, though, placed on the injured reserve for Fort Wayne. Neuber not in the lineup tonight. Verzola inside the blue line, trying to get that shot through, was Romano, and a save made by Janssen. He covers up in tight. No fisticuffs here tonight to this point. Fort Wayne, though, traditionally does have a real stout lineup. Last year they had Daniel Amesbury, Diamond Hands they called him. You just never know who the Komets are going to bring into their lineup, into their fold. Fans in Fort Wayne, Indiana love that rough style of hockey. They love winning, though, too, and they've won plenty over the years. Komets are the 2nd oldest minor league pro hockey team in North America. 74th season for Fort Wayne Komets hockey. Hershey Bears in the American Hockey League started in 1936. They're in their 90th year of hockey. The Everblades, on the other hand, season number 28. Just mere babies. Everblades started back in 1998. 4 Kelly Cups, though. That's the most in ECHL history. Teams back at even strength. Still a scoreless tie. Shot there and a save made by Johnson. He juggled it a bit, but smothered on the rebound, and he holds on. 12:51 left, second period. 0-0. This is the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades TV network.
Since 1997, our family-owned company has been the trusted name for windows, exterior doors, and award-winning homes across the area, partnering with the most respected builders. We believe that relationships are the foundation of perfection. From initial design services to the final punch-out, we focus on providing complete customer satisfaction for both our builders and their customers. As we always say, it's service after the sale that counts.
This Friday night, it's the Swampy Hat giveaway. Doors open at 5:30. The game starts at 7:30. You won't want to miss this, though. It's the first 1,500 fans receiving a Swampy Hat. It's all courtesy of Arthrex. Sweet there. That was James Iverson. Served 4 years in the U.S. Marines as a corporal. He now has been with Lee Health for 9 years. Thank you for your service, Mr. Iverson. Always one of the great moments here at the Everblades game, the military suite recognition. It's been a tradition that's been going since year one, 1998. Sponsors put up the food, beverage, and tickets for the military suite members and their guests. Just an awesome moment here at Hertz Arena. 0-0, we're in the second period. And it's Smerek taking it at center ice, trying that lead pass up the middle. Tapped ahead by Tutayev. And the Everblades work it back now to the Fort Wayne blue line. Smerek inside his own end. Smerek looking up ice, trying to work it there. Smerek, one of the 4 veterans on this Fort Wayne club. Fort Wayne has 1 defenseman and 3 forwards. As the 4 veterans, you're allowed a maximum of 4 as Johnson makes that stop for Florida. Everblades have 3 defensemen and 1 forward as their 4 veterans. I mentioned Smerek on the blue line for Fort Wayne. Anthony Petruzzelli not in the lineup tonight, along with Alex Aliardi and Zach Jordan are the 4 veterans for this Fort Wayne team. When you take a look at the Kelly Cup championships on each side, the Everblades have 10 Kelly Cup champions on the roster. Fort Wayne with 3. Anthony Petruzzelli and Matt Murphy both won the Kelly Cup with Fort Wayne in 2021. And Alex Aliardi winning with the Everblades in 2022. Puck work back and inside the Fort Wayne end. Smerek whipped it across. Now it's chipped in deep and sent in there by Steffen. Got it to the near side. Lansdell takes over for Florida. Still looking for our first tally of the game. A goaltender's duel and a defensive battle as it's played ahead. Pfizer worked it back and inside the Fort Wayne ice. Smerek given a heavy shoulder check as Lansdell came barreling in there. Now at the blue line, Berzola, he whips it around back behind. Smerek has his head on a swivel now. Lansdell rocked his world moments ago as it's played down deep. In after it is Chow as he floats it around the kick plate far side. Poked at by Berzola. Drop pass. Berzola shooting and a pad saved by Janssen. Sent back to center ice. Taking over is the blue liner Doherty inside his own end for Florida. Got it up the near side. Chow trying to go rink wide. Intercepted though by Aliardi. Puck taken back now by Berzola. 11 minutes left, second period. Closing in on the halfway point in the game. Worked ahead by Doherty and in back of the net. Janssen is there. Now chipped around by Rees. And it comes ahead on that right wing side. Moving in, Grohl. And a shot. Save made by the netminder Johnson of the Everblades. As it goes across now on the right wing. Chow, long shoot in. Sailed that one wide of the target. And it's an offside, an icing call rather, going against the Everblades. They did not cross the center red line. Well, I mentioned the history that Fort Wayne has with the Komets. The Komets have played in 4 different pro leagues over their first 74 years in professional hockey. They played in the International Hockey League, the United Hockey League, the Central Hockey League. All those 3 leagues no longer exist. Komets have been in the ECHL since 2012. This is the 14th ECHL season of Komets hockey. Puck worked ahead to the neutral ice, trying to play it back, and getting it in there was Imamoto. In back of the net, now to the corner. Poked off the near boards at the neutral ice. Oliver Cooper is after it. Cooper won a Kelly Cup with Fort Wayne as a rookie in 2021. Played 8 games in the postseason. That was the first year back after the pandemic. Komets played an abbreviated schedule. There were only 14 teams that played that year. 14 was the number, and the Komets were the last team to enter the race, and they ended up winning the whole thing, taking the Kelly Cup, winning over South Carolina that year, 3-1. Puck sent back and inside the Florida end. Sambrook strides back after it, past the halfway point in the game, 0-0. Sambrook worked it off the wall. On the move, now inside the blue line comes Casero. He poked it around behind the Fort Wayne cage. In after it is Gasevich. Cooper in there as well. Puck pops free to the near side. Along the boards, working it there. Gasevich pinned his man along the wall, and Drew Krebs comes up with the puck now for Fort Wayne. Unable to clear it, though. Krebs gets it back again and leads the rush for Fort Wayne. Krebs dished off left wing, and it's an offside call going against the Komets. Well, some of the Komets' all-time points leaders, the numbers are just almost don't even seem real. We'll get back to those, though, as the game progresses here. It's a 0-0 tie on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades TV network. Coming up, a 239 Friday offer on Friday, November the 21st. You can get 2 tickets, 1 program, and 1 popcorn for just $39. Visit bladestix.com/239. You can't beat that deal.
In the beginning, business survival took instinct. Apex brands ruled, fierce and unchallenged. Today's marketing power is more than big budget muscle. Real dominance is creative vision coupled with innovation. Boost Creative Fuse's predatorial drive with AI automations, data science, and bold future-forward strategies. From swamp to stratosphere, we'll launch your brand to the top of the food chain. Is your business ready for a boost?
I'm Ashley Dawn, and I'm here with my friend Swampy, the official mascot of your Florida Everblades. Diversified Plumbing Services has been your trusted hometown plumber for 15 years, specializing in servicing and installing Rude water heaters in residential and commercial properties. Call a team you can always count on. Call 239-850-6674 for service 24/7, 365.
In the NHL, shoulder save as Aliardi denied by Johnson, and Aliardi given a jolt there by Jesse Lansdell. Lansdell and Aliardi were never teammates. Lansdell making his presence felt here tonight. Aliardi as well. Fort Wayne has the 1-0 lead. Komets with a goal by James Steffen, son of former NHLer Patrick Steffen. James Steffen was born in Atlanta when his dad played for the Atlanta Thrashers. James Steffen under contract to the Edmonton Oilers, 22-year-old, second-year pro. Split the season last year between the Komets and the Bakersfield Condors, AHL affiliate for the Komets. Puck into the corner, deep in the Fort Wayne end. Along the near side wall, Casero on the backhand. He whips it down low. In there after it is Cooper. Puck taken on the right wing by Steffen, and he banked it to center ice. Working across, getting it there, Casero, cross ice pass. Turning now, Steffen inside his own end. Smerrick backpedaling. Headman feed for Steffen right on the tape, and he flips it ahead. Dumped it in as Casero goes in after it. Back there on the play. Trying to kick it free and working it around was Grube along the near side. Steffen picks it up. And the pass, an errant one. It goes all the way back and inside the Fort Wayne territory. 3:45 left, second period. Fort Wayne ahead of Florida, 1-0. First of 3 head-to-head meetings between these two teams. The only 3 meetings of the season. And Tutayev trying to get it back in front. Now it's taken by the Everblades. Needham, headman feed, unable to make that work at center ice. Back on that right wing, Janicki, shot. And the shot goes out of play for a stoppage with 3:20 left now in period number 2. Everblades' Reed Duke is riding a 3-game point streak. He has 2 goals and an assist over the last 3. Jesse Lansdell, Kyle Betts, and Taryn Pfizer all with points in back-to-back games. Everblades winning their last contest in overtime, 3-2 on Saturday night in Wichita. Florida taking 2 of the 3 games from the Thunder in Kansas. Puck chipped ahead, settled down by the Everblades, and it's controlled by Henry. Got it up that right wing. Duke is after it. Puck is bouncing at center. And Henry regathers inside his own end. Got it across on the left wing for Allen. Allen steps his way to the center red line. He dumps it in deep. Going back after it is Inamoto. In there is Duke trying to dig it free. Lansdell working along the wall. Puck pops free. Now it's taken back on the play by the Komets. Worked up the near side boards and leading the charge to Tayev. Comes through center, now in across the line. Worked it for Aliardi and a glove save made by Johnson as he hauls it in for Florida. 2:31 left, period number 2. A 1-0 lead. James Steffen with goals now in 4 consecutive road games. Keep in mind the Komets have not played a home game. They have renovations going on at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. A new ice plant installed, new boards, new glass. It's going to be brand spanking new there in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's a big building, holds 10,500. Komets do well as far as attendance is concerned. Everblades do well in that regard too. A wild Wednesday night here in a goaltender's duel. Fans enjoying those hump day deals tonight. $4 hot dogs, $4 Bud Light, and $4 Labatt Blue all night long. Puck controlled now by Berzola. Banked it off the boards, and it got past the defenseman Smerrick inside the Fort Wayne end. Taking over is Harsh. Harsh trying to wheel away from one man. Clipped it off the wall. Now it's taken back by Berzola. Chipped ahead, and in after it is Florida's forward into that corner, battling hard along the wall. Grinding in there. Penny trying to dig it loose was Will. Now it's played to the blue line, and Doherty snapped it down deep. Harsh from his own ice. Got it up that left wing, and the Komets control it. Taking over is Brown. Near side pass, Murray on the backhand, played it down deep. Pfizer inside his own end, now for Berzola. Off the near boards, got it off the wall, but unable to clear it. Now Berzola gets another crack at it, goes around behind his own net, and now he wheels away. Zach Berzola, right wing pass. Pfizer helped it along. Goaltender Janssen left it around back behind. Reese trying to work it up the wall. Puck taken back by the Everblades. Casero holding on to it. Got down low there by Pfizer, who fished it along the boards. And on the counterattack, here come the Komets. Lead pass. Grohl couldn't flag that down. And icing called against Fort Wayne. 1:12 remaining now in this second period. The visiting Komets up 1-0. James Steffen with the tally here in this middle stanza. Everblades head coach Brad Ralph, third all-time as far as career regular season ECHL coaching win. Played on that right wing, and it's played back now and inside the Florida end. Sambrook up with it, tied for the team lead with 3 assists coming in. Sambrook of the Everblades, and it's an offside call going against Florida. Everblades just can't get that offense in gear. 10 shots on net tonight, trailing in the shot category 18-10, and the Komets have the 1-0 lead on the scoreboard. Fort Wayne last year in the Kelly Cup playoffs defeated number 3 seed Iowa 4-3. Komets were the number 2 seed in the Central Division. And then the Komets fell, though, against number 1 seeded Toledo 4-2 in the Central Division finals. Fort Wayne leading the Central Division coming into action tonight. 3 points ahead of second place Iowa. The Heartlanders idle tonight. Pass up that left wing side. Shot, stick, stop made by Johnson. He turned away Jordan. Now played to the far side, up the left wing, and it's worked off the wall by Cooper. After it for Florida is Gasevich. The trailer on the play. It's the defenseman Henry with a shot, and it goes skipping high and out of play. It went off his stick there, and out of play for a stoppage. 10.7 seconds remaining in this middle period. Everblades have 3 call-ups to the American Hockey League, all with Springfield of the AHL. The Thunderbirds have goaltender Will Cranley, along with forwards Sam Stang and Jet Jones. Edmonton Oilers recalled goaltender Connor Unger, who did not play this year with Fort Wayne. They called him up from the Komets and reassigned to Greensboro of the ECHL. The new kids on the block, the Gargoyles, now have goaltender Connor Unger. It was a little crowded in the crease, and the Komets certainly, with great goaltending, have blanked the Everblades through 40 minutes here tonight. And goaltender Samuel Janssen has made 10 saves here tonight. Edmonton prospect, and he's barred the door shut through 40 minutes of play. It's the Komets with a 1-0 lead. Second intermission report presented by Lexus, and we'll have that for you coming up next. In a 1-0 Fort Wayne advantage on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades TV network.
Room for 6 full-size passions. The Lexus TX 3-row luxury. A car that doesn't elevate everyone's experience. Is a car that stops short of amazing.
You've earned your success. Reward yourself with a boat from Bonita Boat Center. As a proud sponsor of the Florida Everblades, we're passionate about fueling your adventures on the water. Explore the best from Sea Hunt, built for family fun. Regulator, engineered for offshore performance. And Jeanneau Powerboats, blending European luxury with American versatility. All powered by Yamaha outboards. Your next great day on the water starts here. Visit Bonita Boat Center, located on US 41, just south of Bonita Beach Road.
The Hits, February 25th, Hertz Arena. One night only. Sticks. With special guest, Cheap Trick. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Sticks with special guest, Cheap Trick, live.
You can fundraise with the Florida Everblades. There are exclusive pricing options. Raise money for a great cause and have fun at the same time. You can call or text the Everblades front office by calling 239-948-7825 for more information and fundraise with the Florida Everblades. Welcome inside the Anajar and Levine broadcast booth. It's the second intermission report, and it's brought to you by Lexus. Mike Kelly joined by Jake Pariseau, the group sales manager of the Florida Everblades. And first of all, Jake, how are the group sales going this year?
They're going fantastic. You know, we've got a great team that we keep putting out on the ice here every year. And it's hard to not want to be a part of the great action we got going on with everybody. Just the turnout and fan support, this just keeps growing and growing year over year. And it's amazing to see how good we can get this building.
How do you qualify for a group?
So you qualify for a group if you have 10 or more people coming with you to come see a game. That gets you our special group discount. We also have incentives too for basically bringing out your groups, like this bag that we have here.
Sweet.
If you bring out 15 or more people in our center ice sections here, you get one of these complimentary for everybody. And then for our premium level, which is rows 8 through 16 on our rows, bring out 25 more people, you also get these for everybody in your group.
That's a snazzy looking bag, and they're popular.
Not too bad, right? It also complies with all of our bag policies that we have here too. It's appropriate size. It's also clear, so you can bring this with you to every Blaze game.
That's awesome. There's also some great fan experiences. Can you explain some of those?
Yeah, absolutely. So our best one that we have by far is to basically be an alternative to our suites. It's our VIP private row. With that, you get 13 seats that are located directly below our in-house breakaway sports club that include complimentary waiter service directly to your seats from the restaurant. We also have our new Famboni that's going around right now here. That includes 8 tickets to go along with it, either our center ice or premium section that has our goals. It includes one of the intermission rides and a Famboni as well. And lastly, we have our neutral seats that are located
That's awesome. You're a busy guy. You're the group sales manager. You also sell season tickets and voucher packages. Are those still on sale?
Oh yeah, they are. Still on sale with those for the season. We still have seats available for full season packages, our select packages too for more partial season memberships. And also those vouchers, like you mentioned too, to give more of a flexible option if fans want to come see games. We're also be in town to get great savings and also all the Everblades 365 member benefits.
That's awesome. And on a personal note, congratulations to you and your fiancee, Lulu. You have an impending wedding coming up next summer.
Oh yeah, it's been a whirlwind. You know, it's been great to put down some roots here. I've been surrounded by great people and meeting her. It's just add a bonus onto everything too. So you know, it's been a fun time, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, you've done a great job. You're now in your 5th year already. Where has the time gone?
I know, I can't believe it either. You know, my first 3 years here, we went to Kelly Cup, fell a little short last year, but I'm sure we'll get back to it this year too. Got a great staff, including you, Mike, here, working with every day. Makes the work just a great joy, and I can't wait to do it for 5 more.
We can't wait to have you with us another 5 more as well. Extension 1012 in the Everblades office. Give them a call. It's Jake Pariseau, the group sales manager, and we'll be back with more on the second intermission after this on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades TV network. Awesome.
Wait. The box in the middle, yeah. I can now hear myself through this headset. Are we certain he was,
Tonight's second intermission report is presented by Lexus. 40 minutes complete here tonight. The visiting Fort Wayne Komets have a 1-0 lead on the Florida Everblades. I'm Mike Kelly. Welcome inside the Anajar and Levine broadcast booth as the Everblades trail 1-0, and the visiting Komets' James Steffen opened the score as he netted his 5th goal of the year. That leads Fort Wayne in that category. Steffen with the goal at 14:15 of the second period. Harrison Reese and Reese Harsh picking up the assists on the Steffen tally, and it's 1-0 for Fort Wayne after 2 periods. Shots in that second period in favor of Fort Wayne, 11-6, and through 40 minutes, it's the Komets with a 19-10 shot advantage, leading 1-0 on the scoreboard. Fort Wayne tonight is 0 for 3 on the power play. Florida 0 for 1 with the man advantage. A goaltender's duel, though, here tonight. Everblades goaltender Cam Johnson has stopped 18 of 19. At the other end of the ice, Samuel Janssen, who was named the ECHL Goalie of the Week on Monday. He has back-to-back shutouts, and through 40 minutes here tonight, Janssen is blanking the Everblades. 10 shots, 10 saves tonight for Janssen. 1-0 Fort Wayne after 2 periods. Time now to take a look at the scoreboard update. 7 games on tap around the ECHL today. Greenville topping Atlanta, sending the Gladiators to the loss column for the first time this year as the Swamp Rabbits from Greenville, South Carolina, pick up the 3-1 victory. Elsewhere in the ECHL, Allen has defeated Wichita 6-4. Meanwhile, Kansas City has a 5-2 victory over Idaho tonight. Other games of note, Savannah leading Jacksonville 2-0 for the Ghost Pirates as that game is midway through the 3rd period. Also in the 3rd period, Bloomington leading Indy by a count of 3-2, and Rapid City and Tahoe just underway, a 0-0 tie in South Dakota. In the American Hockey League, a light schedule on a Wednesday. Springfield Thunderbirds, the AHL affiliate for the Everblades, they get into action on Friday night as they host the Bridgeport Islanders. But games of note tonight, it is Lehigh Valley with a 5-2 lead over Bridgeport. That game in the 3rd period of play. Meanwhile, Syracuse is edging Rochester 4-3, the crunch in the driver's seat in that one. That game in the 3rd period as well. At the end of regulation, Toronto and Wilkes-Barre Scranton are tied 3-3, so they are headed to the extra time in Pennsylvania. Later tonight, Colorado takes on Coachella Valley. That game will be played in Palm Desert, California. San Diego travels to Henderson, Nevada later tonight. In the NHL, 5 games on the slate. It is the St. Louis Blues, the NHL affiliate of the Everblades, coming off a victory against Edmonton on Monday, but the Blues taking on the chin here tonight, Washington with a 5-0 lead on St. Louis. That game in the second intermission. In the 3rd period, it is Toronto leading Utah 3-2 as the Maple Leafs have the lead on the Mammoth. Later tonight, Columbus visiting Calgary, and it is Chicago on the road in Vancouver tonight, while Seattle plays host to San Jose. Again, here at Hertz Arena in Estero, Florida, the visiting Fort Wayne Komets in the first of 3 head-to-head meetings this week in Estero. Fort Wayne has a 1-0 lead on the Everblades through 40 minutes, and straight ahead it's the 3rd period right around the bend on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades TV network.
I'm Ashley John, and I'm here with my friend Swampy, the official mascot of your Florida Everblades. Diversified Plumbing Services has been your trusted hometown plumber for 15 years, specializing in servicing and installing Rude water heaters in residential and commercial properties. Call a team you can always count on. Call 239-850-6674 for service 24/7, 365.
Crowther Roofing and Cooling invites you
to be inspired when visiting our showroom.
Whether you are considering a new shingle, metal, or tile roof, The Crowther showroom is here to help with your selection process with different styles, colors, and more. Let us guide you through the options to best fit your lifestyle, your vision,
and your budget.
Come see us in Fort Myers and go to crowther.net.
Crowther Roofing and Cooling under one roof.
Some highlights from the opening 20 minutes. We have a live look inside Hertz Arena. Hometown Everblades down 1-0 to the Fort Wayne Komets. Mike Kelly with you here tonight. Again, I'd like to welcome all of our viewers tonight. It's a free hockey game courtesy of our folks at FloHockey.tv. Got a lot of loyal viewers tuning in here tonight. Some new viewers as well. Welcome aboard. Hometown Everblades trying to battle back here tonight against the Fort Wayne Komets. 40 minutes complete here tonight. Goaltenders battle to be sure. Samuel Janssen, rookie goaltender for the Komets. 10 saves to this point, coming off back-to-back shutouts. And he continues his shutout streak. Big goaltender from Sweden, 6'5", 201 pounds. Everblades netminder Cam Johnson from Troy, Michigan. He's made 18 stops to this point. Just one goal has slipped by him. It was scored by James Steffen, netting his team-leading 5th goal of the season. Last time the Komets visited Hertz Arena was January 29th, 2020. Been a long 5 years. Florida won that game 5-2. Florida head coach Brad Ralph was in his 4th season guiding the Everblades. Hadn't yet won a Kelly Cup. Now he has a natural hat trick of Kelly Cups, winning in 22, 23, and 24. Goaltender Cam Johnson was in his 1st year with the Everblades. That was the last time that the Komets visited Estero. 3rd period action underway. Now up the near side boards. Played ahead. 3rd period is presented by the Bonita Boat Center. As the puck goes to the blue line, rifling it towards the net. Defenseman Sambrook, and it's played now to the near side. Worked down low by Casero. Along the boards, Needham is in there after it. Needham centering feed, and it's taken back on the play by Harrison Rees. Up that right wing, Steffen moving in, shooting at a blocker save made by the netminder Johnson. Grohl shooting, another save made by Johnson. Got a piece of that one. Bounced to the corner now after it was Gasevich. Played it ahead, and here comes Needham. Through center, he got drilled by Inamoto at center ice as he dumped it in. 1 minute gone by, 3rd period, 1-0 Komets on top. Played around back behind, Akey in his first pro game. Waterloo, Ontario native, played it across. Now it's worked to the right wing. Inamoto in across the blue line. Centering pass, and unable to get a stick on it there was Murray. Puck played to the right wing. Lifting it ahead was Needham. Back now to the Fort Wayne blue line. Inamoto quickly ahead. In across comes Brown. Brown stopped, though, inside the blue line. At the right point, Akey with a long shot. That bounced wide of the net. Taking over is Doherty. He gets pressured there by Murray. Everblades trailing 1-0. We're in the 3rd period. Puck skips towards the netminder Janssen as he turned it to the near side. Worked there now by Lansdell around the far boards and played back to center ice. Berzola inside his own end. Zach Berzola. Saucer pass across, and it's worked ahead now by Henry. Spun it to the neutral ice. Janicki trying to get his motor started, but it's played across now for Lansdell. Up that right wing, chipped ahead inside the Komets blue line. Harsh goes around back behind his own net. Reese Harsh is under some big-time pressure on the play. Everblades coming up with it. It's Duke. Spins it to the blue line. Point shot, Henry, and a save made by Janssen. It was a juicy rebound, but it was scooped up by the Komets. Played now to the left wing, in across the line. Trying to work it there. Janicki turned away. Now played to the near side boards. On the right wing, Reese back at the blue line. He sends it down low. Spun it around the kick plate. Now it's lifted ahead and sent to the neutral ice by Penny. Cooper after it. Taking over on the right wing. In across comes Reese. Reese into the corner boards, trying to get it down low. Reese stopped, and it's taken back by the Everblades. On the transition, puck played ahead by Penny. Worked it down low. Brar yanked down to the ice. Play continues. Puck back at center. Taking over now is Casero across on that right wing. Sambrook ahead. Will to the left wing. Brar in there after it. Brar into the corner boards. Grinding and battling along the wall. Puck pops free. Penny goes around behind trying to stuff it on the wraparound. Nothing doing there. Now it comes to Will. Turnaround shot, and he sails that one wide. Puck cleared all the way back and inside the Florida end. Casero inside his own territory goes around back of the net. 1-0 Fort Wayne on top. A second period goal. James Steffen has the lone tally here tonight. Around back behind now, it's Gasevich from his own territory. Played it to center ice. Now worked up the middle. Turning with it is Josh Grohl. Played it back, and Akey takes over now on the right wing. Akey steps through center. Played it inside the Florida end. Back up top, Akey at center, and just at the blue line there. It was just over the blue and an offside call going against the Komets. 15:51 left, third period. Everblades have dropped their opening 2 home games this year, trailing 1-0 here tonight. Florida's had more success on the road than at home. Florida is 4-1 on the road. Komets 5-1 on the road coming into action tonight. Komets will play their first home game November 21st against Bloomington. They start the first month on the road. 11 straight road games for Fort Wayne, including 3 this week. Renovations at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne. Things coming along nicely as far as the renovations, I hear. Ice is already in, so they're ready for the Komets to come home. Fort Wayne, though, trying to finish up this road trip. More positive notes in across the line. 2-on-1 break, chance in front, and Aliardi foiled there by the netminder Johnson. Alex Aliardi with a great chance, but his old buddy Cam Johnson comes up with the stop. Now to the near side boards. After it is Gasevich. Gasevich trying to bull his way in front of the net. Nothing doing there. Betts along the left wing wall. He's stopped by Janicki. Sharp angle chance, and Chow denied by Janssen. Puck taken back now by the Komets on the play. Worked up the left wing. In across the blue line comes Jordan. He played it down low, and Betts in there as well. Shoulder checking his man as Allen works it up that right wing. Everblades on the move. Here comes Betts, and he turns on the Jets. Shooting, and a save made by Janssen as he makes the stop. Took it into the midsection there and covers up for Fort Wayne. Samuel Janssen putting on another show here tonight for the visiting Komets. He's been on a roll. No question. 6'5", 201 pounds, native of Gävle, Sweden. Under contract to the Edmonton Oilers, selected by Edmonton in the 5th round of 2022. Last year he had 6 shutouts playing for a team in his home country of Sweden. They've had a lot of great goaltenders come out of the country of Sweden, and he could be another one on the list here. An up-and-coming netminder, 21-year-old goaltender Samuel Janssen. Right circle chance, and a blocker saved by Janssen again. Now to the near side. Pfizer getting it down deep. Chance in front. Backhander, and Janssen with a sprawling save. He denied Lansdell. Samuel Janssen once again to the rescue for the Komets. Everblades getting chances, but trailing 1-0 on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades TV network.
You've earned your success. Reward yourself with a boat from Bonita Boat Center. As a proud sponsor of the Florida Everblades, we're passionate about fueling your adventures on the water. Explore the best from Sea Hunt, built for family fun. Regulator, engineered for offshore performance. And Jeanneau Powerboats, blending European luxury with American versatility. All powered by Yamaha Outboards. Your next great day on the water starts here. Visit Bonita Boat Center, located on US 41, just south of Bonita Beach Road.
Coming up this Friday night, the Everblades play host to the Fort Wayne Komets again, and the first 1,500 fans will receive a free Swampy hat courtesy of Arthrex. Swampy, the Everblades' lovable mascot. This Friday, the doors open at 5:30. The game starts at 7:30. You won't want to miss the Swampy hat giveaway. Back inside Hertz Arena, the Everblades down 1-0 to the visiting Fort Wayne Komets. It's been a battle here tonight, and the Everblades have been stonewalled by the netminder Samuel Janssen between the pipes for the Komets. Just one step ahead of the Everblades goaltender Cam Johnson. Two of the top goalies in the ECHL, the Premier AA Hockey League. It's now a 30-team circuit. Gets better and better every year. Komets ahead 1-0, third period. Under 14 minutes to go in regulation. Puck skipped over the glass there and out of play. Another stoppage. Komets are 5-1 on the season. Coming off a 2-0 shutout victory on Saturday in Iowa. Janssen making 15 saves in Iowa on Saturday. The league leading 2 shutouts on the year. Trying to separate himself from the rest of the field in the goaltending category in the Premier AA Hockey League. Goaltender Samuel Janssen. Perfect 3-0 on the campaign as well. Mentioned that Friday night's game starts at 7:30. It's also Swampy's birthday, the Everblades' lovable mascot. Saturday night, it's Military Night, presented by the National Coalition for Patriots. And the first 1,500 fans on Saturday receive a free replica jersey, courtesy of the National Coalition for Patriots. Chance in front, and it's turned away. It didn't get through. Now to the left point, Casero has it. Pressure from the Everblades, trying to knot the score. Near side boards, battling, it's Cooper. He cycled it, worked it in there for Penny, twisting around back behind. Kyle Penny worked it now to the side of the net. Cooper chips it through the blue paint, sent wide. Far side boards and Sambrook battling. Now it's worked in behind. Taking over is Smerrick, as Smerrick carries from his own end. To the left wing, after it is Grohl. He's greeted by Sambrook as Casero takes over inside his own ice. In back of the net, Gianfranco Casero. Looking up ice, he scored the overtime game winner on Saturday in the Everblades' 3-2 victory in Wichita. Puck turned over, up front. Murray trying to cut to the net, shot off the post, rebound in front, and a save. Lunging at it there was Johnson, sent wide. Turnaround shot, shoulder save by Johnson. Another big stop there for Cam Johnson. Some big heavy pushing and shoving going on. Penny looking to mix things up, along with the forward on the play, Brady Stonehouse. 12:38 remaining now in this third period. These teams are battling tooth and nail here tonight. Wednesday night tilt, first meeting of the season, first of 3 games this week between the Komets and the Everblades at Hertz Arena in Southwest Florida, located in Estero, which is located in between Fort Myers and Naples. Nestled in Southwest Florida, face off to the right of the goaltender Cam Johnson in the Florida net. Johnson's last game was Friday night in Wichita. He made 25 stops in a 2-1 win, and he makes another save off the Komets here tonight. Some heavy pushing and shoving going on now. Curtis Henry trying to rip the helmet off of Stonehouse. Linesmen with their hands full on this fracas. Meeting of the minds. Cooler heads do prevail. 12:34 left. Third period, 1-0 Fort Wayne in the driver's seat. James Steffens, team leading 5th goal of the year, the lone tally, as he registered the goal partway through the second period. And that's been it as far as the offense. The rest has been up to the goaltenders here tonight. Cam Johnson trying to buckle things down here and give the chance and an opportunity for the Everblades to try to even the score. 4,538 on hand here tonight at Hertz Arena. Puck inside the Florida end, controlled along the boards, and working it. The Komets now to the near side. Turning with it is Brown, centering feed. Smerek scores, and it's 2-0 for Fort Wayne. Jalen Smerek with his second of the year, and the Komets up by a deuce. Looks like it was deflected in front. Inamoto, the first one there on the congratulations line. So Inamoto will get credit for his first of the season. Bottom line, though, is the Komets have a 2-0 advantage on the Everblades. 12:20 to go, third period. Scoring's been at a premium this year for the Everblades. Florida ranked 26th in that category of the 30 teams entering action tonight. Fort Wayne 7th overall as far as goals on average scored per game. In across the line, Pfizer trying to get to it. Now on the counter attack, back up ice, it's Brown. Worked it ahead, intercepted though by Berzola. Chipped back to the neutral ice. Pushing at it there was Betts. And now Berzola trying to get a handle on it. Betts works it across. Lansdell unable to control it cleanly. Puck loose at the Everblades blue line. Lansdell sends it back. Florida trying to get that offense in gear. Need to pop the clutch on the right wing. Backhanded in deep by Doherty. Played it around behind the Fort Wayne cage. Spun there to the far side. Smerek playing it ahead. Turning with it, Smerek from his own ice. Near side pass for Reese. And he dumps it in deep for Fort Wayne. Everblades back on the heels again. Now it's cleared back to the neutral ice. Smerek chipped it off the wall. Played it back inside the Florida end. Retrieving the puck is Allen inside his own territory. And it's worked to the blue line. Reese unable to get his offense going. Now it's played to the right wing. Given a rough ride. Along the wall was Zach Jordan. Now it's played by the Komets. Chance in the slot. Reese shoots and Harsh scores. And it's 3-0 for the visiting Fort Wayne Komets. Reese Harsh with the tally. And a 2-goal outburst here in the third period of play gives the visiting Komets a 3-0 advantage. Harsh with his first of the campaign. 10:44 to go now in this third period. Everblades in a hole. And it's getting steeper. A 3-goal advantage for the visiting Komets, laying it on the Everblades at Hertz Arena. Komets with 25 shots on net tonight compared to 14 for the Everblades. It looks like there is going to be goaltender interference objection, so they're going to take a look at it. Everblades are protesting the third goal here for the Komets. Referee is in the penalty box area, and he'll take a look at the iPad. Going to go frame by frame just to make sure that that was a squeaky clean goal. Everblades, though, protesting, and we'll see whether or not it stands. Taking a good look at it. Referee for tonight's game is Emile Charon, and he has a decision made as he comes from the penalty box area. Little towel to wipe his face, though, before he makes the signal. And as he puts the helmet back on, laces back in. And let's wait for the official determination. And it is a good goal, so it's 3-0 for the Komets. So that'll take the wind out of the Everblades' sail even more. And it's going to be a tough road now for the Everblades. Certainly still time. But the way Jansson's been playing at the other end of the ice for the Komets, it's a tall order. Coming through center, Harsh plays it in deep. He has the third goal tonight for Fort Wayne. Sambrook wraps it around the board's far side. Now it's played down low and into the corner. Battling there is Will at the blue line, left point, trying to get that shot through. And it's handled by Johnson as he brings it back in and makes the stop for Florida. Again, some more pushing and shoving, and some of these antics now will be something that the Everblades and the Komets will try to lay some roots here as they get set for a 3-game series. This is the game number 1 of this set. Off the draw, controlled now by Casero, chipping it off the boards. And Casero follows on the play. Stopped though and held inside the zone. Casero gets another crack at it. This time he works it across. Sambrook playing it up the near wall. And in after it is Logan Will for the Everblades. Right back to center ice. Taking over is Doherty. He's under pressure on the play. Doherty still with it. Grinding at center ice. In there after it now is Brar. Puck pops free and it's controlled now by the Everblades. Turning is Berzoli inside his own end. Got it back there. And it's played by Doherty as he headmans to the right wing side. Chipped off the boards. And following for Florida is Oliver Chow. Chow up that left wing side. Going around back of the net. Chow into the corner. Chow, the June M. Kelly Award winner as the playoff MVP as the Everblades won their 3rd straight Kelly Cup back in 2024. Chance in front and a score by James Steffen, his 2nd of the night, and it's 4-0 for Fort Wayne. 4 straight goals by the Komets, 3 in the 3rd period, and they are pouring it on now against the hometown Everblades. So Steffen deposits his 2nd of the night, team leading 6th goal of the year. And just like that, it's a 4-0 Fort Wayne advantage. So things going from bad to worse for the Everblades here in this 3rd period. It's a stunning 3rd period as the visiting Komets are quieted this hometown crowd. Puck played now in deep, in along the end boards. Lansdell in there after it. Grinding along the wall. Lansdell trying to poke it free. He does as Murray comes up with it. Played it up that far side. Stopped though by Betts and the Everblades. Puck nudged to the neutral ice. Now played back inside the Florida zone. Henry retrieves, goes around back of his own net. Gets it now to the right wing for Allen. Allen goes in back of his own cage for the Everblades. Near side pass and leading the attack. It's played ahead there now by Reed Duke. Duke with some support by Cooper. Everblades on the force. Working it into the corner. Duke back up top. Casero cycles it. Far side boards. Battling in there for possession is Romano. Now Sambrook. He plays it down deep. Centering pass from Duke. Played to the far wall, and it's sent back to center ice. Casero inside his own zone. 8:10 left, 3rd period. Everblades hemmed inside their own territory. Krebs swings it across, got it to the far side. Worked there by Harsh. Played down low, now work for Janicki. Pinching on the play. Trying to get it down deep was Krebs. He does now far side boards. Big pressure by the Komets once again. Now the puck comes for Casero. He banks it off the near boards. Too far for Romano, and icing called against the Everblades. Florida can't get that offense going in any which way here. Smothering defense and forcing the issue. The Komets all over the Everblades. 3 goals here in this 3rd period, outshooting Florida 27-15. And a 4-0 Fort Wayne lead. Cooper in to take the face-off for Florida. He lines up against Magera. Cooper a little jumpy on the draw. And it's Duke actually in the face-off circle. And he's getting anxious. Puck is down, action back underway. Sambrook trying to play it ahead. Now it comes to the near side. And hard off the black glass, it's played by Reese inside his own end. Reese across to Smerek on the left wing. Rink wide feed now to the right wing side. Miller unable to step his way around his man. And now Stonehouse is getting tackled there, worked over. Players coming together and having some words. Looks like cooler heads will prevail. 4-0 Fort Wayne in control. This is the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades TV network. Keep in mind, every Wednesday night there are Hump Day deals, $4 hot dogs, $4 Bud Light, and $4 Labatt Blue drafts all night long. It's the Wednesday night deals, and the next Wednesday home game is November the 19th. Everblades will play host to the South Carolina Stingrays at 7:30. $20 goes a long way on the Hump Day Deals Wednesday home games.
Since 1997, our family-owned company has been the trusted name for windows and exterior doors in award-winning homes across the area, partnering with the most respected builders. We believe that relationships are the foundation of perfection. From initial design services to the final punch-out, we focus on providing complete customer satisfaction for both our builders and their customers. As we always say, it's service after the sale that counts.
Jordan Sambrook in the penalty box for the Florida Everblades. It's the conditioned air penalty kill. Fort Wayne 0 for 3 with the man advantage tonight, but the visiting Komets have put up 3 goals here in the third period and have a commanding 4-0 lead on the Florida Everblades. Faceoff comes back and inside the Florida end to the right of the goaltender Cam Johnson. Power play for Fort Wayne. Off the draw, Komets control it. Smerek at the blue line, straight away. Now he works it across, got it to that left wing. Komets across, Smerek shooting, chance in front, trying to get after it. There is the forward, that was McGarrett. Now played to the blue line again. Smerek straight away, elects to pass to Murray on the right wing. Blake Murray getting it down low, working it there. McGarrett centering feed, deflected and scored in front of the net. And it's 5-0 for the Komets. A power play goal. Ahead, Brar to the backhand, through the crease and wide. At the left point, Casero, he cycled it into the far corner. It's played there by Inamoto. Up ice now on the right wing. Stepping his way through center is Janicki. Everblades blue liner Sambrook inside his own end. Got it to the near wall. Florida hemmed in, but it's played ahead by Will. Now the lead pass just out of the reach there of Pfizer. Janssen, the goaltender, played it around the near boards. Jordan goes rink wide, and Sambrook back after it. Icing called against Fort Wayne. 5:39 left. We're in the third period. It's been all Fort Wayne with 4 goals scored in this third period. Now Lansdale trying to mix it up there with Harsh. Pfizer in the thick of it as well, having some words with Janicki, but nothing further develops. Lansdale without his stick. Oh, he has it back again, but he's going to get ushered to the penalty box. Lansdale having some harsh words there for the referee, Emile Chiron. Chiron says, take a seat. And so Lansdale does. 5:39 to go now in this third period, and another power play chance for the Komets. Fort Wayne 1 for 4 with the man advantage tonight. Aliardi netting a goal on the power play moments ago. And for Alex Aliardi, he now has 3 goals in 7 games this year. Continues to have a nose for the net. Lead pass up that right wing. Everblades back on the conditioned air penalty kill. Duke lost an edge, but pops back up. It's getting worked over now along the end boards, and players really cross-checking one another there. Play continues, though. Inside the blue line, Murray for Aliardi. Couple former Everblades, chance in front, and quick shot sent wide. Near side boards, Aliardi picks it up. Saucer pass on the backhand across ice. Komets on the power play, leading 5-0. 5 minutes to go, third period. Smerrick across, Murray. They work it around the perimeter. And now Stefan with 2 goals tonight. They're trying to get Stefan the hat trick as it's played around back behind the Fort Wayne cage. Taking over, it's Akey from his own territory. Working it up that right wing side, playing in his first pro game tonight. Bo Akey, second round pick of the Edmonton Oilers in 2023. Played into the corner, worked there by Cooper around back of the net. Akey finished up his junior career with the Barrie Colts, played all 4 years of OHL hockey with Barrie. Save made by Janssen again. That's stop number 15 tonight. Hasn't been overly busy. And this is going to be the first game this year, game number 8 for the Everblades, that the opposition's going to outshoot Florida. Everblades have had the shot advantage in the previous and opening 7 games. That's going to come to a screeching halt here tonight. And another parade to the penalty box continues for Florida. Cooper now goes in there. And Oliver Cooper on a cross-checking call will sit. And it's a 5-on-3 now for 41 seconds in favor of the Komets. They'll get more opportunity to try to add to their lead. They already have plenty of cushion here tonight. A 5-goal bulge. 4:20 left, third period. Stefan leads the way as far as goals with a pair tonight. Reese Harsh has a goal and an assist. Just 2 players with multi-point games here so far for the Komets. They've really spread around the scoring. Smerrick getting it now to the near sideboards. A 5-on-3 power play. Worked there by Brown, getting it to Smerrick. Smerrick back to Brown. Along the goal line, trying to get it back in front, but it's intercepted and banked off the boards. A race for the puck, and Betts, he has a breakaway to the net. Backhander, big sprawling save. Janssen with another beauty. And he preserves his shutout. Samuel Johnson denies Kyle Betts on the breakaway. Betts went to the backhand there, but Janssen just sees everything here tonight. 10 seconds still to go in the 5-on-3 power play for Fort Wayne. Nothing going the Everblades' way tonight. Getting some chances, but Janssen has barred the door shut. In across the blue line, moving in there is Murray, centering feed, and Aliardi has the stick knocked out from out of his hands there. Parade to the penalty box continues for Florida. Everblades becoming undisciplined here as this score got out of hand, and Gusevich goes back in the sin bin for the third time tonight. Fort Wayne does have one power play goal, 4 here in the third period overall, and Gusevich night is done. So he gets some misconduct as well, and he's livid. He's blown the gasket. Not happy with Emile Chiron, the referee tonight, as Gusevich heads to the locker room. 3:34 to go, third period, 5-0, Komets leading. And whatever happens now between now and the end of the game is really posturing for the games this Friday and Saturday night. What message would you like to send? Shots are 28-17 in favor of Fort Wayne. Everblades on the rare end of a 5-0 score at home. It's a tough place to play here at Hertz Arena. Komets, though, have acclimated themselves to Southwest Florida real quick. Ahead by 5 tonight. Akey, left wing pass, played it to the far side. Crisscrossing, Akey gets it back again. Sliding feet in front, and it's cleared back and inside the Fort Wayne end. 55 seconds to go in the 5-on-3 power play. Everblades on the conditioned air penalty kill. ×2. Played down low, and it's wrapped around the boards now to the near side. Worked into the corner. Puck comes for Stonehouse straight away. Stonehouse still with it. Now down deep. Aliardi sets it up. Sliding pass. Akey inside the blue line. Steps to the right wing. Played it down low on the feed. Getting it in there for Murray. Puck played to the near side, and Akey slides it across. Left wing. Worked it there. Aliardi crisscrosses and circles the wagons up top. Alex Aliardi trying to get it in front. Played it along the end boards. He's given a heavy bump there by Doherty. Akey trying to get it down deep. Does. Shoulder save made by Johnson. And the puck cleared back, and another penalty call going against Florida. Well, there's 2:25 left in regulation, and the penalties are out of hand here now. 8 power plays for Fort Wayne. The Everblades have had 1 power play all night. 1 lonely power play. Florida went 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Doherty headed to the penalty box. It's got so far out of hand, you just kind of wish maybe it was youth hockey and they have a no-stop clock here in this third period the way it's going. This is my 11th year with the Florida Everblades. I don't know if I've seen a home game that has got out of hand so bad here. It's been tough sledding, especially in this third period. It's like the ice is tilted right now. Komets taking advantage, but the Everblades will try to get on the board here and save some face here before Friday's game. Under 2 minutes to go in regulation. Still a 5-on-3 power play for the Komets. And it's Stefan, headman feet on that left wing side. Shot, stick stop made by Johnson. Played into the corner. Working it is Stefan. Got it to the blue line. Smerrick across. And the net has become dislodged in behind Cam Johnson of the Everblades. A minute 40 to go now in regulation. All Fort Wayne here tonight. What can you say? It's all Fort Wayne. 5-0 Komets in big-time command. Grohl with 6 points entering action tonight, tied for 4th among rookies in the early going of this ECHL season. Backpedaling inside his own end is Reese. Sent it across, left wing. Coming from his own territory now, hitting the center red line. Inamoto, he took a heavy shoulder check there from Sambrook, and Sambrook appears to be in pain after that shot, and there's going to be a penalty now going against Fort Wayne. Sambrook from his own end, headman pass, worked it there for Brar. Delayed penalty call going against the Komets as Chow shoots it, and it was blocked in front. Miller touches it, and now the penalty call going against the Komets. 1:03 to go in regulation. Allen trying to get under the skin there of Matt Miller. Sean Allen giving him a little smelly glove right underneath the nostrils. Take a whiff of that, he says. 1:03 to go, third period, 5-0 Fort Wayne. Inamoto's going into the penalty box for the Komets. And Allen having a glaring contest with Inamoto. And there is just the one penalty going against Fort Wayne. So it's now a 4-on-4 scenario. Jordan and the Komets thinking there should be a penalty call going against Allen. Shots in favor of Fort Wayne, 30-17. The Komets throwing up a 4 spot here in this third period and taking a 5-0 advantage on the Florida Everblades at Hertz Arena. Janssen getting set between the pipes. Now it's taken by Krebs in back of his own net. Final minute of regulation. Puck wrapped around the near side boards. Jumping up is Henry. He played it down deep. In there, the forward Romano trying to get it in front, and Miller takes it back now for the Komets. Matt Miller stick handles through center, left wing side, and is offside going against Fort Wayne. Again, a meeting of the minds. Henry in there having some words with Reese. And cooler heads will prevail. Just 38.6 seconds to go in regulation. Face off just outside the Florida blue line. Romano in to take the draw for Florida. Controlled though by the Komets. Harsh inside his own zone. Worked it across. Through center, Harsh plays it in deep. Back goes the defenseman Casero. He's under pressure but spins away and got it now to the near side. Henry back to Casero. And the Everblades have a short-lived State Insurance USA power play. Coming through center, now in across the line. Casero shooting, and it's turned away by the netminder Janssen. Back up top, Henry across. Trying to get that shot through was Casero. And the Fort Wayne Komets make a big statement in the first of 3 straight games against the Everblades at Hertz Arena tonight. And goaltender Samuel Janssen with his 3rd consecutive shutout. 17 stops tonight. He was the goalie of the week, receiving that honor this past Monday. And he picks up where he left off and throws up another shutout here tonight. Wow. Samuel Janssen, 21-year-old rookie from Sweden, a 5th-round pick by the Edmonton Oilers in 2022, making a big-time name for himself in the ECHL. 3 straight shutouts for Janssen. 5-0, the Komets win it. Post-game show coming up next on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades Broadcast Network.
Sunshine Ace Hardware is more than a hardware store. It's your local destination for helpful, expert advice and top brands. Since 1958, our knowledgeable team has provided premium products like Benjamin Moore, Milwaukee, Steel, Big Green Egg, and Yeti, plus Florida outdoor lifestyle essentials. Our red-vested heroes offer friendly guidance every step of the way.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.